Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Filatex India Limited Q3 FY23 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Madhusudan Bagaria, Chairman and Managing Director, Filatex India Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. A warm welcome to all of you attending this conference call for the quarter ended 31st December 2022. Joining me are Mr. Ashok Chauhan and Ms. Stuti Bagaria. I hope you have gone through the investors presentation, which had been uploaded on our website as well as on the stock exchanges. A quick recap of the results of this quarter Q3 FY23. We achieved a production volume of 99,969 metric tons in this quarter as against 97,169 in the previous quarter. The sales volume for Q3 is 100,468 metric tons as against 101,488 in Q2. The sales revenue achieved this quarter is 1070 crores as against 1163 crores in Q2 FY23. The operating profit EBITDA is 44.44 crore as against 46.26 crore in Q2. Net profit is rupees 2.74 crore against rupees 25.16 crore. Comparing it on year-on-year basis, the EBITDA in 9 months FY23 is rupees 165 crore as against 385 crore in FY22. Net profit is rupees 71.31 crore as against 224 crores. The financial numbers of Q3 FY23 gives an impression of a gloomy situation. This is not so. We had a good operating performance in this quarter, and we achieved the highest monthly sales volume in December 2022. As was in Q2, we operated at almost 100% of our capacity. The drop in profit before tax and PAT this quarter is due to weakening of the rupee in this quarter against the euro, which resulted in notional mark-to-market exchange losses on account of our euro loans. China's prolonged zero-COVID policy continues to adversely impact the Indian polyester sector. Strict lockdowns and restrictions on people and goods have caused a major slowdown of the Chinese economy, resulting in slump in domestic demand. Chinese polyester filament manufacturers have flooded international markets, including India. With low-priced goods, Indian traders and customers have imported more than 200,000 metric tons of filaments in the last 9 months. This heavy import at low cost has forced domestic manufacturers to match import prices, resulting in squeezed margins. So the battle in the Indian domestic market is still on. Low-priced Chinese products were available worldwide, and obviously the Indian manufacturers could not match the Chinese prices in global markets. The huge incoming imports coupled with loss of export volumes created excess supply in the Indian market. The price churning was also rather extreme and needed adjustments every day. However, there are signs of decrease in import streams as China has finally relaxed its zero-COVID policy. With easing of restrictions in China, the domestic demand is gradually building up. Dumping of material in absence of demand has hurt Chinese players too, and they are also looking at increasing their margins. These factors are having a positive effect on domestic margins in India, and signs of improvement in the markets are also visible. A quick update on plant operations and expansion projects. We have completed all our ongoing capital expenditure plans and are now running the plant at full capacity. To improve our product mix and offer finer deniers, we have placed orders for some additional winders. These winders will increase our production capacity by 25 to 30 tons per day in semi-dull POI and is expected to be commissioned by end of May 2023. To further enhance our product basket, we are putting up a new cationic chips line at Dahej with a capacity of 70 metric tons per day, which will be by March 2024. In regard to our captive power plant, there is a downward movement in coal prices, although they have not reached pre-COVID levels. Therefore, we will be restarting captive power generation by mid-March. The work on the recycled polyester pilot plant is in full swing. We are carrying out process trials with different kinds of waste and establishing norms for efficient operating conditions. It is meticulous and time-consuming task, and we are achieving good results. We have taken trials of spinning and recycled chips and converted it into cloth to test the parameter. The results are positive and encouraging. Committed to reducing our carbon footprint, we partnered with Fourth Partner Energy for a hybrid wind and solar power project with a capacity of 10.8 megawatt. The wind turbines have been erected, the solar panels are being installed, and the final approvals are under process with the state authorities. The project is on schedule and expected to start delivering power to our plant by April 2023. In conclusion, the opening of the Chinese economy and enhancement of our product range are expected to drive improved profitability in the upcoming quarters. We are confident about prospects of our business in the coming years and remain dedicated to providing value to our shareholders and stakeholders. Thank you. Now you can ask questions if you have any.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may enter star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If your questions have been answered and you wish to withdraw yourself from the queue, you may enter star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the first question from the line of Neeraj Mansinka from White Pine Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to know some color on the current last quarter consumption. You said you ran the plant at 100% utilization. Can you give some color on the industry and as far as the PFY is concerned, and also the downstream demand in India? Yeah.
I couldn't follow, but whatever I have understood, the consumption is quite robust in the downstream. As I have told that the imports were also there and also the exports have reduced. In spite of that, we have been able to run at full capacity and have been able to sell the full capacity. So that means the demand in the downstream is quite robust. So going forward, as the imports will reduce and the exports will increase, I think the margins will also increase.
Okay. No, I was more referring to if you look at the results of a lot of companies indicating as an industry, do you see that the polyester related or non-cotton demand will continue to grow? And which are the areas do you think might be contributing to the demand? Like, is it the fast fashion, or is it the school kids, or is it the formal clothing?
Now polyester is present in each and every field.
Yeah, it is there, right? Yeah.
I stick to that. And today polyester is Virtually, even in MMF, it is around 80-85%. And if you see the whole basket, it is more than 60%. And there is no competition as far as price is concerned between natural and other MMF because it's one of the cheapest. Today, if polyester is 100 rupees, cotton would be more than 300 rupees. And even other MMF are more than 150, like nylon. Nylon would be more than 200, 250 rupees. So there is no price competition. And the demand for polyester is rising day by day because the properties which have been incorporated in this, they are quite near to the natural fibers also and the other MMF. And this is very easy to weave and maintain.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's true. The other thing, a related question, but if you said that supply from China was almost 2 lakh tons in 9 months, in an estimate, what would have been this imports a year back from China?
A year back, I think it would have been less than a lakh of tons. And in last 3-4 months, it increased quite a bit. In this 2 lakhs also, in last 3-4 months, it has been almost to the tune of around 30,000 tons per month. Like October was around 30, then 35. December also around 35.
Okay. And has it subsided or do you think this continuing?
Now from January, it has, like December supplies have come in January. Now from February, it has gone down because the prices in China have gone up. And it is not too much of benefit for the people to import. We can meet those price expectations. It's not fully gone down, but I think it is going down. Maybe it has gone down by 30-40%. Also, the exports have also started trickling in because China has also started offering export prices are also improving. So we are able to compete in the export market. So as our exports had gone down by at least 75-80%. So we were doing only 20% of the normal volume. Now I think we are going to 30-35%. So it's too early because only China has just opened up last week only. And even the full labor force and there also the full downstream has not started. So I think within the next couple of weeks we'll see more effect of this. But definitely the prices will improve. So they are also making losses in these kind of prices. So they also want to come into green and increase the prices. They have kept their production low, even though they have started, but they are not increasing their production capacity till the market stabilizes.
Got it. And the other thing is, you said about the combined hybrid wind and solar project for your Filatex. What will be the approximately savings that you will see? And
I think we would save anything around 10 to 12 crore rupees annually. So we'll be getting around roughly 5 crore units per year, and we'll save around 2.5 to 3 rupees. So 12.5 crores. Also,
sorry, how much is the per unit charges?
End of March, I think second half of March. There also, if not March, at least we will have an annual saving of at least around 70-80 lakhs with the power plant starting up. And as the prices of the coal go down, I think the savings can still go up.
Okay. And other thing is on a capacity, now you're running full capacity even at the India's low demand scenario. Any thoughts on expanding our capacity on the polyester side?
We are just waiting for the markets to stabilize and give a clear-cut direction. And we are doing small expansions like this 25-30 tons we'll expand in by May. Then we are putting one more stream to make cationic chips, so where we can expand by 70 tons, and we can also put more yarn for those 70 tons. But we are going a little slow, seeing the market conditions.
And this would add how much revenues for the binders and the cationic chips?
Like 25 would be like almost 30 lakhs per, means maybe around 12 crores, these 25-30 tons. And that 70 tons would be maybe 80 lakhs, so maybe 250 crores. In overall, by FY23, we'll have around 300 crores of extra top line by these two things.
So how much was for the 25 tons per day was the total yearly revenues?
I couldn't get it.
The binder 25 tons per day. That
around 12-13 crores per annum.
okay, that's a small one.
That's very small. The investment is also around 12-13 crores, and in that 70 tons, the investment is around 40 crores. So that will be all doing from internal accruals. We're not taking any new loans. And in this, till now also in this current year, we have prepaid almost around 50 crores of loans we have prepaid, other than our regular payments.
Okay, got it. I'll come back with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Vishal Bagadia from Roha Asset Managers. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I had a few quick questions. Just wanted to know what are our current margins for POY and FDY in terms of EBITDAs.
The margins for the last quarter, I would say POY would be around 4-5 rupees and FDY would be in the vicinity of around 10 rupees. And
so
then now they started improving. I think we can already see an improvement of 1.5-2 rupees in both of them.
Correct. So if we compare it with the same quarter in the last year, we were somewhere in the range of rupees 15 and rupees 20 per kg respectively for both POY and FDY. So what is your view and expectation in the next 1 year time period? How are we seeing?
I think this quarter we should at least do 6 rupees and 13 rupees, 12, 13 rupees.
From 5 rupees and 10 rupees respectively.
Yeah, so we should have an improvement by 2 or 3 rupees in both.
Yes, sir. And in terms of raw material side, sir, if we see what are our average prices for the quarter for PTA and MEG combined on a per kg basis?
On the last quarter, which we say it's a combination of PTA and MEG, the average price was 77 rupees 20 paise.
So if we see these were the similar prices what we saw for raw material in Q3 FY22. Approximately, yeah.
Q2 was 85 rupees 97 paise. So there has been a drop of 8 rupees 70 paise.
Correct, sir.
Q3.
So, but if we compare it with the same quarter in the last year,
more or less stable or might be an increase of 1 or 2 rupees. So that also gives a lot of difference. No? So this quarter, like Q2 and Q3, we have also had inventory losses.
Okay, and what would be that ranging to approximately?
I think could be around 10-12 crore rupees in both the quarters.
Okay, sir. So just wanted to have your view right now on how are you expecting the demand and the entire market to be medium to or longer term basis, not to expect on the short term basis.
Robust, I explained, because see, on an average, if we see the full year, we'll end up around imports of like 225,000 to 30,000 tons. And then exports which have gone down is also in the vicinity of around 3 lakh tons. So 500,000 tons extra material will be in India and which has been consumed by the downstream industry. So as and when the situation normalizes, that means the downstream in India requires another 500,000 tons of more material. So downstream market means people who are making fabrics have grown quite a bit. So if the new capacities also are coming in small, they will be easily absorbed.
Okay, sir. Got it. So my next question is on what is our current working capital days?
Working capital days will be close to 40 days.
Working capital is down to 40 only. Okay. So the last question is,
cycle is 40 days. Otherwise, we are basically working on a negative working capital because the credits available by our suppliers is 30 to 60 days. So mostly we are using only LC. So the utilization of cash credit is not there.
Yes, sir. So in terms of our raw material imports, how much is that as of now as a percentage? And how much of the imports would be from China?
So we are not importing raw materials from China significantly. It will be a very, very low percentage, some additives and other things, which is main PTA and MEG. We don't import anything from China. We are importing mainly PTA from Taiwan and a very small quantity from Thailand. And MEG is mostly from Middle East.
So if we see as a percentage, so that would be total how much?
MEG would be around 60%, and PTA would be around 35%.
60% and 35%. Okay, sir. And so just wanted to understand how are we doing on the recycling plant? Like what is the update and what are we expecting?
We achieved very good results recently, and now we did a lot of changes in the plant, so just trying to get the quality. Now we are refurbishing the plant so that we can have a regular production. So hopefully by next month we should be able to produce. So whatever we produce, we could make a decent yarn and a fabric also out of it. Very encouraging. I think in next 2-3 months we should decide to go for a bigger plant.
Okay, sir. That would be all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Neeraj Mansinka from White Pine Investment Management. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to know, Bilosa was putting up the capacity again after the incident that they had. So has those competitor plants started?
Yeah, some more than 50-60% has started. Rest is under installation. So maybe in next 3-4 months that will also come into production.
Okay. And do you see the impact still being there, or do you think the demand will itself grow so it won't?
I think demand will take care because already exports have started increasing and the imports have started coming down. So that will take care of that. Because that will be hardly, he'll be starting another 300 to 400 tons per day. And today the industry is around 14,000 tons. So that is not too much, maybe 2.5%, 2.5-3%.
You're right. There's one more thing on the cotton versus polyester. Do you see the last 6 months or 3 months there's been a lot of movement of usage of cotton towards more polyester in terms of blending side, in terms of blending with for garmenting?
No idea because see blending people use polyester fiber which we are
right,
not in,
right.
but it is very difficult. The price difference is very much. The polyester fiber is today also priced at around let's say around 100 rupees, and the raw cotton itself is more than 225. So even after reduced price is 200 or 225. So it's very difficult to say that because of blending it will be used more.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. Participants, if you have a question, you may enter star and 1. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. To ask a question, you may enter star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would like to hand the conference back to Mr. Madhusudan Bagreria for closing comments. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the participants for sparing their time and joining us, and hope to see you in the next quarter Concall. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Bagreria. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Filatex India Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.